Good morning and welcome to Morning Java, brought to you as always by Get Go Cafe and Market. And right now, Dale, it's September sub month. You get 7-inch subs for just $4.99, and they have 300,000 different combinations.
Yeah, why pay $5 or $6.99 for a 6-inch sub when you can have a 7-inch sub for $4.99?
The more, the better. I like the options. Speaking of options, let's talk about the Steelers' options moving forward. It's Patriots week. It's a little earlier than the past couple seasons, but still a huge week. They're going to Foxborough where they've never beaten Tom Brady. Dale, what are you looking at going into this week as like your lead? Like, this is what they absolutely have to do first.
Well, I think the Steelers match up well defensively with the Patriots. I think that they have the interior pass rush to pressure Tom Brady. They have the corners now to cover in the secondary. They can play man-to-man defense. Contrary to popular belief, the Steelers played the 5th most man defense last year, as opposed to, well, they just play zone. And that's not the case anymore, and it hasn't been. That's why they added Steven Nelson, so they even have more flexibility to do that. And they improved their speed in the middle of the field. I think they're better capable of playing with the Patriots. But the key against the Patriots, you can't make mistakes.
Right.
You just can't do it because they won't.
Yeah, and speaking of mistakes, looking at Ben Roethlisberger, in his career against the Patriots, the last time he finished a game without throwing an interception was 2007. Do you think he is going to be ramped up with the efficiency in Randy Fichtner's offense that they're going to be able to play that kind of mistake-free football?
Well, if it's me, I would go into this game trying to feature James Conner more, trying to feature Jalen Samuels more.
He had a big year last year.
I think he's the X factor in this game for the Steelers. I expect them to use him a lot. Maybe not spelling Conner as much, but also on the field with Conner to give them some matchup problems, because the Patriots' defense on the second level, the linebackers, aren't especially quick.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that that's a big matchup issue that they're going to have, is when you're able to come out, and Randy Fichtner, you talked about how he said Vance McDonald isn't necessarily going to be on the field all that much. The Steelers should not be afraid to go 3 wide with 2 running backs, and that's still a dynamic series of threats when you have Conner and Samuels both attacking the middle of the field. I think you're right on with that. They don't have the guys that can run in space. They have a similar problem to what the Steelers have gone through in the past with slower linebackers.
Yeah, they're not very fast in the middle of the field at all.
So, Dale, we talked a little about Roethlisberger. We talked a little about the ground game. Let's talk about Steven Nelson. His last career game was playing the Patriots in the conference championship game. He got picked on a little bit. Philip Dorsett had a touchdown thrown over him when Nelson was covering. But my take on this is that Nelson was required to do so much more with the Chiefs. What do you think about his prospect of playing within the Steelers scheme and how he might fare against Tom Brady and the Patriots?
Well, I think that really the only speed receiver that the Patriots have at this point is Philip Dorsett. And if you look at their receiving group, it's Edelman, it's Dorsett, it's the rookie whose name I can't.
Kill Harry, who's on IR.
No. I'm talking about the other guy, the undrafted kid.
Who we don't care.
Yeah. And then it's the Josh Gordon and guys like that. And I don't know how much guys like Josh Gordon can be expected to play. Demarius Thomas was released and then signed back. Yeah. So I think the Steelers are not asking Steven Nelson to play on anybody's best receiver or anything like that. And I think the pass rush is critical in this one. I think if the Steelers can get after it, and I know that the common theory is you don't blitz against Tom Brady, but if you look at the numbers, he was actually he was the least blitzed quarterback in the league last year, but the numbers show that when he was blitzed, his passer rating was 18th in the league.
Wow.
When teams blitzed him. So maybe that's starting to change a little bit. He does not like to get hit. Not that anybody really does, but he really doesn't. And so I think if the Steelers can get to him, Nelson is good enough in coverage that I just don't think that the Patriots are going to be able to run a lot of down the field stuff.
I agree with that assessment, because when I look at the Patriots, I mean, one, we always know Tom Brady, you knock him off his launch point, he's a completely different kind of quarterback. But with the Steelers' interior pass rush, they are starting to get after him a lot better. You saw that last year, and I think that they're going to be able to not necessarily have to bring extra heat, but with the lack of threats, because now they're not accounting for Rob Gronkowski over the middle, which as a defense, you usually have to say, okay, you have to account for him at all times. He's the X factor. Now that you don't have to do that, and you're more so just, hey, let's play our assignments, Now you can get a little bit trickier, and you might see Keith Butler throw in an extra corner blitz or throw in Vince Williams to rush up the middle. I think those things you're on with that is that's how you attack Brady in this game. Not all the time, but pepper it in, win the early downs first, force them to 3rd and long, and let your coverage guys force tight passing windows and see if he can win by throwing deeper passes to people like Dorsett.
Yeah, I want to attack their new center, and I want to attack the rookie or
and Isaiah
first year
yeah.
left tackle, because he's never played an NFL game either.
Exactly. All right, Dale. Cards on the table. It's prediction time. Who are you picking to win this game, and why? Because I'm sure a lot of people out there's the optimists, there's people that say Steelers can never win there. What's your take?
Well, look, I mean, the Patriots have lost, I believe, 5 home games in the last 5 seasons. So if the Steelers go up there and lose this game, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that they're a bad football team. It just means it's a tough spot. You're really playing the defending Super Bowl champions in their opener, ring ceremony, all that good stuff. It's a 6-point spread, which I think is way too much. I think the Steelers will be in this football game. I think they're going to keep this one close. And I think if these two teams meet again down the road, who knows what the outcome is. I think the Steelers are the more talented team, the better football team. I don't know that necessarily adds up to a win in this situation. I got the Patriots winning this one. Low-scoring game, 20-17.
I think that's a fair prediction. I also have it low-scoring, a little bit higher, but not too much. I have the Steelers winning 24-20. I think that they have a really good chance with the defense to try to create some turnovers. Ben Roethlisberger doing just enough early on to give them a lead. Tom Brady comes fighting back, but then you see in the late part of the game, 4th quarter, Roethlisberger is going to come up with a big couple of plays. Defense is going to be able to close it out with some pass rushes. I think that this is the year they finally slay the dragon in Foxborough with the style of defense that they have designed to play, specifically to play the Patriots. I think this is where you start to see that come around. They've played them tough the past 2 times. They haven't been in Foxborough, but I think that they're ready to show everyone that this is a different team.
We'll see. Could be.